We are Newton South's one and only student-run improv group, Children of the Candy Corn. We do have a great show for you tonight. Now I just gotta get you guys ready because we've been ready for like a long, long time to do this. So you guys gotta get ready. We're ready. You know, you can tell. Yeah, good. So here's how it's gonna go. I'm gonna say something, and then you're gonna say something. So it's gonna be like, when I say we are, you say ready. We are ready. We are ready. When I say we are, you say pumped. We are pumped. We are pumped. When I say we are, you say focused. We are focused. We are focused. When I say children, you say candy corn. Children, candy corn. Children, candy corn. That's right, everybody. All right, now I'm gonna ask you one quick question. How was your day today? Let's hear it. All right, now I just want to let you know, like, the loudest one wins, so I'm just going to ask you one more time. How was your day today?
Pretty good!
All right, so we're going to ask for suggestions periodically, so we're going to need you guys to be ready. You can speak. Try to only speak when spoken to, but, you know, shout out. It'll be fun. So just to let you guys know, in the beginning of Genesis, the prequel, there was a Buddha.
Welcome to the Buddha Cafe. My aunt never thought that I could make it here, but look where I am with my three-headed aunt, the Buddha. Now, what's happening today is a little questionnaire, and what that means is I'll take some questions from you guys, and my all-knowing aunt will answer them all for you. Questions, please. For example, I'm having trouble with my homework, or I'm dying.
When's the next full moon?
Buddha. You.
Shall see
That.
the next
Moon.
is yellow,
Cheese.
delicious,
Buddha.
has spoken.
Thank you, thank you. It's very clear the problem isn't in the sky, pollution, the moon. It's with dairy. Dairy is ruining this country, and we need to stop it now.
Who was phone?
Who is what?
Who was phone?
Who is phone?
Who was phone?
Where's my phone, Buddha? Neptune.
A
Large.
planet that
Cannot.
predict the
Future.
has
Spoken. You see, it's very clear. The problem is not in our diets, it's with the sky and the pollution, and we need to stop it now. Next question, please. What's the meaning of life?
have to do with pollution.
The meaning of life, please. Oh my God. Cows.
Will find
You.
will
Eat.
you for
Dinner.
breakfast and
Lunch.
Buddha has
Spoken. Wow. Wow, you know what this means? Religion isn't real. The world isn't real. You aren't real. Milk is real. Milk is real! Last question. What's 9 plus 10? Numbers.
are imaginary.
Buddha.
Has spoken.
Bet you thought you could trick my good old aunt here with that little nice look.
In the beginning, with Genesis and all, there was one basic type of scene, and that is called an environment. So two of my very talented improv troupe are going to come up here, and they are going to show you the beginning for Genesis.
All right, very simple scene. We're going to need a very simple suggestion. First word I hear. Let's go. Costumes.
Frederick, is the sewing almost done?
Yes, madam. It's very near finished. It's very near finished.
Wow, you're the best manservant I've ever had. It's almost like you've been sewing your whole life and your fingers are just sewing needles.
Well, you know, madam. It's very much as if I have been working here for 35, 40 years. So, yes, indeed, I have had a good bit of practice.
Oh, Zachary, that's funny. That's when my late husband died, poisoning incident. What is that? Zachary.
Your late husband, madam, yes? Yes. She died. You never mentioned about the late husband before.
Oh, that's really cute. I don't know. It seems like you joined the day he left.
Madam, you forced me to ask. Do you have any secret intentions with me?
I've seen the body in your sewing closet next to the pink raviola silk.
Madam! That is my ex-husband. I don't know. I seriously think you are delusional. That's as far as I got.
Well, I mean, it'd be okay if he was cheating on me, just not if you killed him, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. Oh, well, what? Let's say that I was, let's say I did kill your husband, and he did cheat on you. What would you know? Would that be bad?
That's interesting, Zachary. I've had this large sewing needle here ever since you started. You never have to use it, Zachary.
But madam, I didn't understand that this was good. Oh, Lord.
So the next game we're going to play is called Pawn Shop, and how this works is we're going to have a manager and 3 people coming to sell something at the pawn shop. The only thing is they don't know what they're selling. And in order to make sure they don't know what they're selling, we need one audience volunteer to make sure that they are not doing anything suspicious backstage while you watch them. I don't really care what you do besides that. Can I have one audience volunteer, please? You. In the green sweatshirt. Right there. All right.
Okay, then.
All right, now as soon as they're outside, we're going to need 3 things for them to be selling, such as Cleopatra's cat, a piece of Kim Kardashian's hair, anything like that. Can I have 3 things?
A tortoise.
Blue Pepsi. Okay.
Salvation.
A lambskin.
The moon.
The Holy Grail. Blue Pepsi, and one more thing, please.
The moon.
It's a casino.
One more thing.
Wait, can you repeat them?
Repeat them for the audience.
What are they?
1 Blue Pepsi, 2 the Holy Grail, and 3 Beyonce's legs.
Blue Pepsi, Holy Grail, Beyonce's legs.
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, I'm not looking to sell this for money. You know?
Wow. Yeah, sure we could get a bit of a price on this one. Kind of more of a bit cheap, but...
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about these things. I got a bunch of them just stashed away in my closet back home. I keep them there. I used to build skateboards out of them. I should copyright them.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Really is.
Actually, very impressive.
Thanks, I'm glad you
Do you use like the tin, or do you kind of stack one onto the drain them?
So,
the other.
that's actually a funny question. When it comes to what I'm making out of them, it's more a matter of melting them down and reshaping. Just aircraft parts, you get the idea.
Yeah. So is it lesser than any other of the is it lesser than its competitor that most people enjoy? Is it,
Right. It's really not as popular as the other.
Yeah, no, it's
But
not.
that's ridiculous. I mean,
It
that's
makes me
absurd.
sad.
No. It makes me furious. I'm fuming.
Yeah.
I'm fuming.
Yeah.
I boiled this shit once. The fumes were awesome. Outstanding.
That's sure. Yeah. So
Highly toxic.
I'm sure. Actually, toxins come in many different colours. Actually,
Yeah, no,
right.
that's
you
the
get
thing
kind of
about
like an indigo, but a little bit less.
Less than indigo. That's
Right. A little bit less purple. Indigo.
right. So it's like, you know, I was talking to my painter one day. I'm like, listen, I'm not purple when you're painting my doorknob, but I want it to pop from
Right.
the rest of the purple house.
Yeah. We don't want the purple. No, we want the other colour in the toxins that kind of come from the can.
That's true, we do. You know, I really do feel like it's got a little more pizzazz, a little more pep than its
Right.
competitor.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, right, it's not worth much, but I'll sell you the Pepsi can,
Right.
right? Maybe I have to go back to my house and get that.
Okay. All right. So,
This-
can I
this
get
is
the
good.
dye with it? Can I get
The dye.
the not quite indigo dye?
Indigo dye.
All right. It makes
Do
me
you want
very
it
sad.
isolated
to
from the rest
actually-
of the
Yes.
product? Isolated.
Yes, I do want
So,
it isolated from the
That's
rest.
trickier.
Okay.
I might have to boil it again.
All right.
And as we've established, that's toxic.
And toxins make a colour. The colour of this can.
Yes!
Yeah.
Not quite indigo.
Not quite. And it makes me extremely sad. I want to go home and listen to jazzy. Yeah. Right.
You know, that's interesting because this blue can
Yeah.
that so I think I'll sell it to you. Do you have any other sort of things I can melt down?
Yeah, I've actually got this nickel. Just thank you. Hi.
Hello, how many euros can I get for this item here?
Wow. That is magnificent. Is this real? You know, is this real gold?
Yes, it is real gold. I melt all wedding rings down and make this gold.
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's very dense, you know, not many holes or anything like that. pretty solid. So what do you put in this? You know, like wines.
I tend to put brandy. I'm not I like nice brandy.
Yeah.
Very warm. Warms me up. It's the cold of the German winter.
Yeah. You might even say in the British winter as well.
Yes,
You know, in
yes.
England, the United Kingdom.
Yes, is that where you are from, I presume?
Yeah, actually. Yeah. And we've got funny story. My whole family owns like this great round table that we all sit at.
Did you tend to drink there at night?
I do.
Oh, you drink there at night.
Right.
Yes, they say this cup is the holy grail of the Yes, it is. So I'm hoping to get a good price for it.
Sure. I can give you all I have in this register, which is This is, okay, I don't want to assume anything. I'm not judging. I'm just wondering where the rest is. There's two of them here, that's good.
They're not sell just one.
No. You know, I don't know to who you want this. You know, I can only assume people out in the West might want it. question. Is she dead now? Or is she...
I think it is hard to live without.
It is. You know, I know people with prosthetics. It is difficult to live without. Yeah. So, thinking back, was she still married when this happened? Was she a single?
Well, it is kind of hard to be single now when in little pieces.
Yeah, you know, we have to take a lot of love, you know. At one point you'd be like, oh, I'm getting woozy over this love. A little tipsy, a little drunk. A little drunk from love.
I've only been in the country for like 3 days.
So the cultural references are a little bit different.
Cultural references are kind of hard to understand. For instance, I have no idea what Snooki is. However, I do know that Beyonce is... Well, she's there.
More popular, yeah. She'll probably have a great obituary. So, I am a little bit disturbed. So, I will sell you something a little bit just as disturbing, kind of this toxic blue take this home.
We like to call Highway 44. We used to call it Armando, and then we got very nicely corrected by a lady at another improv show. So things changed.
Just like in this game.
So in this game, it's a series of environments where the characters stay the same, but the places and events and time can change. So you'll see what's going on. You know, one word suggestion to start us off.
Stormy weather.
Daffodil, I don't know how much longer I can survive in this clothes.
Chrysanthemum. I learned that Flora stayed one month without us. She's crippled and dying.
There's a reason why all the flowers are supposed to die at the end of the season. Mother wanted more for us. This is it. This is all a flower can take.
I thought that, you know, when spring ended and summer came, things were going to be different. I thought things were going to be different, but now I'm wiggling. My petals are falling, and we lost Lucifer.
Lucifer!
I don't even know if he loved me or not.
Chrysanthemum, there's no point wasting time on love lost. We need to focus on the future. Pollinate! Look attractive! The bees will only come if you want them
I
to.
want myself. I want more. I'm flying to Brazil, and I'm going to find myself a carnivorous place, and we're going to have so many prairies.
Oh, Melly, it's so cold. Come over here, get me a blanket.
I'm bringing you a blanket just like you asked.
Bridget.
Oh,
Thank you. You've always been my favorite over that chrysanthemum. Oh, of course. Look at these cheeks. Have you seen the cheeks of this one? How do you not love them?
I love it when you address the whole forest about me. It makes me
just love
feel
this
special.
forest.
Like mother's little girl.
Well, I've always been mother's little... But your sister, I worry about her. Lucifer. Oh, what are we supposed to do?
He's just the devil.
Oh,
He's the devil.
The devil. What? She's got to marry him. I mean, I want grandkids. What am I supposed to do?
Listen, I know that the winter is coming and you want us to stay warm, but there's only one
Your
blanket.
lips always get too chapped.
I know. I have a thyroid condition. My lips get there's only one blanket.
I just think that
I
I
don't
should
want to
take
be
it.
presumptuous. I just think, since I'm younger than you,
Well,
more girl.
age is but a number.
At the same time, age before beauty, death-wise.
I'm just gonna thank you for this blanket. I'll be on my way. What was his name, Lucifer? Yeah, I think I'll go look for him.
I want to find another blanket for this cold.
Well,
You're so
don't look for too
adaptable.
long.
Hey, you're chrysanthemums, huh?
My reputation must be upheld, yes. You must
Be
be,
your sister.
you must be Lucifer.
Snapdragon in sight. So,
Well, I've heard that you're looking after my daughter.
I am. I'm looking after.
I get so lonely, I've been looking for some grandkids. But I hear that there's some other suitors who are looking to score on this opportunity.
Well, actually, funny you mentioned me and my buddy Ray. He's
Does he have a brother?
got a thing for your Chrissy.
Oh, well, some people say we look like twins.
I did do your expected sister joke to win your affection. So basically, here's where my head's at. I need you to grant me permission to uproot Ray.
Listen here. If you promise to bring me grandkids and plentiful, cute little cheeks, I just thought. You have my full permission. Go get him, Tiger.
Okay, you do not want to get with this Chrissy. I don't even like her. She's ugly. She's not the flower for you. You want to save that flower, okay? Don't get.
You're Ray's not messing with my mind, man.
No, you don't want her.
You're Ray! My mind's
bad for you, man. Come on. Have you seen her? She's a flower. She's like the devil. Yo, only 5 that's getting burnt. It's you, son.
You're Ray. I love your dragon jokes, man. You know I do. I respect you for them.
Yeah. That's Ray. Typical Ray.
Another respect for you, man. Does she really think this chrysanthemum chick is not into me?
I don't think she likes you. I think, look, flowers need rays to grow, right? Okay? And they'll burn with the devil. I'm not saying I'm not ready for her, but I don't know. She's just a little unfaithful looking at my flower door.
She's never commented on my pollen.
How many days you got?
I don't know. You want like a couple?
Ooh, a couple and never on your pollen. Ooh. She was talking about my flower on the first date. That's just Ray.
There were some grasshoppers talking too. They were being loud, noisy. Anyway, you don't think it's gonna work out, like?
Yeah,
I guess I'll.
Yeah, you don't.
I guess I'll just go for the sister.
Yeah, go for her sister. She's great. She's woo.
Yeah.
What a face on her.
Great.
What a face on that pollen.
All right. Hey, and Ray?
Ray, it's me, Chrysanthemum. I survived the winter, and I'm just as beautiful as ever. I know my petals are drooping a little.
No, come on. You're great. You're great. Look at you. Look at you. I'm sure you get great parking, but I just can't do this.
Just pollinate.
Okay, no, please! Alright, everybody, now we're gonna play a game that we like to call, it's a pun game. So you guys are gonna give us like one noun. We're gonna get a noun, and we're gonna make puns with that noun. In the form, 185 nouns walk into a bar, and then we could do that. Or we could do sex with me is like sex with the noun because blank, and you'll see how it works. So we're gonna need a noun to start us off.
Tree.
Tree? I heard tree. Tree.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree. I got a really wide trunk.
Sex with me is like sex with the tree because it's getting pretty popular.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree, morning wood.
185 trees walk into a bar, and the bartender's like, leaf.
185 trees walk into a bar and the bartender's like, Birch, please.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree, long and hard.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree. It ain't a bush.
185 trees walk into a bar and they look really ugly, and the bartender's like, you should have spruced up.
185 trees walk into a bar and the bartender's like, wow, you look really tired. And the trees are like, yeah, my dogs are barking.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree. They're prettier when they fall.
185 trees walk into a bar. The bartender says, hey, what do you guys want? The trees say, we're looking for a drink. The bartender's like, nah, we only serve cheese here. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree. You never know what kids might find in the branches.
185 trees walk into a bar and the bartender's like, hey, why the long face? Are you okay?
Sex with me is like sex with the tree because I need to branch out.
Sex with me is like sex with a tree. It's ruined by natural gases.
So we're gonna need two more words to get a noun.
Pickle lag.
Pickle, I heard pickle.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle, because I'll touch your pickle.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle, cucumber.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle because I have an STD in my dick, so it looks like a pickle.
Really tough act to follow. It's like sex with a pickle. It's green and lumpy.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle. It sits in brine for a couple months.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle. It's got this really weird smell.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle. I put in a sandwich and then I like
Pickle way more sour than it looks.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle because they serve it at Jewish delis.
185 pickles walk into a bar and they're like, how late is this open? And the bartender's like, oh, we're open till 9. 185 pickles walk into the bar and the bartender's like joking around, playing with them, and the pickles go, stop it, I'm not picklish.
Alright, one more word.
Christmas.
Banana.
Hey!
Pie.
Sex with me is like sex with a banana because you have to peel back the layers to get to the good part.
Sex with me is like sex with a pickle because there's a lot of them in Latin America. I meant banana.
185 bananas walk into a bar. 10 minutes later, someone else walks into a bar and slips on the tequila.
Sex with me is like sex with bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N. Sex with me is like sex with a banana. Sometimes the beginning's really gross, but you don't know till you start.
sex with me is like sex with a banana because I will split you.
185 bananas walk into a bar and it was all yellow.
Sex with me is like sex with a banana, really mushy and soft.
Sex with me is like sex with a banana. They're surprisingly better when partially brown.
as suggestions for a scene.
So we're gonna pick up a script. First line starts the scene.
No, they say the apple never falls far from the tree, son. But you really have strayed.
I mean, I went to Harvard. Where are you going?
To Pride. You know, I just,
Come on.
I'm sorry, I just got hooked on these YouTube videos of Abraham Lincoln leading a kick dance.
Jerry, you know Jerry, Jake Epstein's son? Yeah, he's getting great grades. He's on the honor roll. I just wish you tried harder.
You know what?
I should try harder.
I don't think I should go to college. It's a bubble. It's a bubble. It costs too much and it's just too expensive.
You
And
know, you
there's
say
no
these
point.
big things. You think you're just gonna get your job? You think a genie's just gonna come and say, "Hey, here's a job"? No! You must work hard. Hard work is what built this country. Hard work is what built me. Hard work is what built your grandfather and killed him. So work hard.
You know, but like, why? Why should I work hard?
You want mac and cheese? Is that what I have to do? You want your mac and cheese and you work hard. You don't get any mac and cheese until you work hard.
You know what? All I want is a cat right now. That's all I want.
You're gonna wear my inside-out vest. You suck, son. You're a sucky person. You're a shitty person.
Where'd you get that vest? Walmart?
Yeah, I did. I'm the owner of Walmart, and Joel is live at Walmart. We're right to sell Joel paraphernalia, Joel masks, Joel masks. Oh, 50% off. 50% off.
I remember once Joel did a lockdown drill, but we didn't know it was a drill. So we were all sitting there like,
Oh yeah, I remember Devin Thurston was like,
I was spying on you to make sure you're doing hard work in
wow,
school.
that's not
Freaking
weird
sitting
at
around,
all.
hiding from some imaginary shooter. Enough! Imaginary friends. Come on.
I was hiding from Justin Bieber pre-puberty. His voice was so high, it was just unnatural.
That's right. Kim Kardashian's ass is all over the internet. Man up, son. The world's changing, and you need to change too.
You know, yeah, the world's changing. What elephant's gonna do next? Jump rope? I mean, jump rope.
You know, a young Jewish boy I just saw yesterday said, "Glasses are hot." Since when are glasses are hot? We used to kick kids with glasses at Harvard.
You know, I remember this fortune cookie that said that you're the worst dad ever.
I went to a birthday cookie that said I would see that pic of Kim Kardashian, and I did, and I loved it, and I was hard and it was awesome.
Mr. Kennedy, because you're just like, hey, you're my dad, and you're Mr. Kennedy.
You're talking gibberish now. You're saying something like enemy pentakill. What does that mean?
You know what? You used to be your dad was a sewage worker, and you would have been a sewage worker if you didn't have that basketball scholarship to get to Harvard.
Yeah, to get to Harvard, where I worked hard. I was like Abraham Lincoln, but sexy. Yeah, slaves for the sexy, but didn't even put any effort into his outfit. He's like, slaves are free. He's like, slaves are free.
You know what? You know what we should really free up? This state economy, and I think Charlie Baker is the guy. He's gonna cut red tape. He's gonna reduce regulations so that we can get business growing.
as long as he lets me eat what I want, right? I love snickerdoodles. I love them.
You know, what I really love is creative juices. They're just
You know what I
so
love?
tasty.
Food. I make it every day. You make nothing.
So it looks like we have a couple of these that haven't been used yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like pick up a couple of them. And what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna talk about some stuff that happened to me today. And then my good friends over here are all gonna help me act it out. However, what happened to me today just happens to coincide exactly with what's on these. So that's what's about to happen. So here we go. Your mom, he said to me. He talked about my mom right in my face. That's right, Jasper, he came right up to me and he said, your mom. And I said, what about my mom? And he said, well, she works where I work. And that was basically that whole conversation. So then I went to church. Amen. And then, okay, so, all right, guys. I have something to tell you. There's something really important that I haven't really told anyone yet, and I really feel like I gotta. I'm secretly a unicorn. And so, yeah, that was a hard time growing up, having to like, you know, disguise myself every day, put myself in my skate suit. I would walk out, and like the horn was the worst part. I just kept like cutting it off in the morning, and I'd be like, ah, no. It was a rough time. So yeah, that was the time when I was a unicorn, and that was rough. But the horrible thing about being a unicorn, honestly, is that their favorite drink is pickle juice. So I had to drink pickle juice by myself in my room with no friends, looking like a unicorn, and nobody knew that I was just putting on a skin suit every day. So that was a rough time in my life. But then I had a couple of children. So that happened. But the other thing about being a unicorn is that I was forced to shower with my clothes on. So every time I got in the shower, all my clothes would get wet, and then my mom would be like, "But Max, why are all your clothes wet?" And she'd think I was like swimming in the pool or something. And that was a rough time. But then eventually I became a really successful businessman. I started a company that sold apples in cans, which had never been done before, which was great. And I was just like, I walked right up to all those kids that bullied me in high school, and I was like, "Show me the money!" So.
Swimming in too many pools, and every time I try and talk to him about it, he just says that he's been showering with his clothes on. It's not lies.
I noticed that too, but to be honest, at a young age, I was very prone to taking showers with my clothes on too. Please stay around to the family.
Now, the word over here, this is pickle juice from the south of France.
Really?
It'll detect hints of oak, a little pomegranate. Wow, I mean, I love the oak infusion. I'm a little bit sick for this going on. But I think you got the right out of the can.
Sweet! Yay! Finally, I'm free.
You don't understand. You're a freak. That.
You said you were willing to try the unicorn thing. I told you I saw it on the internet, and you said you would try!
It's not that horny!
Unicorn miss in church. Amen.
Sweet. Putting on my skin suit every day, like the show Skins, representation in the media. I love it.
Look at Max. He's so weird with his skin suit. It's a skin suit. Like you're not fooling anyone back.
Emily, you've been in the same improv group for a long time, and honestly, you should know that this is hurtful. Not only to skin
Bully.
but to me.
Bully!
Max, you can do it!
Sweet! Your mom!
Try to pray, heavens, the Holy Father, Holy Mother, okay, if that's how you take it, that's fine with me. Come on.
Oh, yeah,
In the
but
congregation, stand up! Woo! Get on in, amen! Amen! Hey, woman!
Max can cut off his horn, I can cut off my wings. Isn't that bad of you? You were made the way that you are, and you are beautiful. Look at me! Look at me! You're amazing. Lipstick would maybe do the trick. Give you that sultry look, baby.
Sweet! Nothing like a nice, refreshing apple syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm glad those come in cans now.
I know.
So I can donate them to my local food drive.
And now they're all equally sized, so I can package them in boxes for resale.
And cylindrical. None of that round.
Hey, guys, have you tried this pickle juice?
Wait! Apples in a can, pickles come in a can, apples in pickle juice in a can.
Apples
That's
I'm having children! I'm having children! It's a double sus! The horn is putting it! The horn is putting it! All right, that's
Okay, next we're gonna play a game called the movie game. So I'm gonna need a name of a fake movie, like, oh my God, Bill is so hot. What? Who said that? Come on, guys. No, but seriously, I need a movie title.
Bingo's Classroom.
This classroom.
Wait, the movie's called This Classroom?
Yes.
Alright, the movie's called This Classroom.
All right, everybody. Listen up. So in this classroom, we will have 0 tolerance for rule breaking, such as chewing gum, combing hair, eating
What if I'm brushing my hair? Because that's not exactly
What
the
do you say,
same.
students?
What if I'm pulling your hair?
You guys are so dumb. I love you, Mrs. Smith. I love you. Oh, Cheryl is my favorite student.
She sucks.
Cut!
What is going on here? Cassandra, I expect more from you, honey. Angelica. My favorite. Andrew?
Yes.
I want to see more. I want to see.
More. Yes, you got it.
Pizzazz. I want to see fantasy, romance, love, horror. I want to see comedy. I want to see
It all.
life. And this genre is not working. I think you need a new genre, a new basis. Can we please have another genre?
Aliens at the
Documentary.
Hi. This is going to be a documentary now.
Say students of the world.
Well, ever since I started teaching, I've had a strong philosophy for the truth. If I'm talking to the students of the world, I point my finger at you and I say, never lie about a term paper. It is the worst crime imaginable, and I will sentence you to a year-long detention. Do you
Could
hear
we
me?
ask some of your students about your teaching?
I saw it. About it. I get
Mr. Fleischman, he's plagiarizing everything.
Cassandra, you're the star of the show. I love it. I feed off of it. Angelica, where's the vulnerability? Where's the angel? Carlton, I like it. It's new. But Andrew, camera guy? Really? I think we need to try this again. Can we get another genre?
Old Western. Old Western.
Old Western?
All right, students. In order to get your ship shaped up to be the best, fiery, radical cowboys out there,
There ain't room for 2 teachers in this here.
again. I want a little more presence. A little more song and dance. The same old rhythm, the same old song and dance is what I'm getting. And Andrew? Let's try another genre. And this one I think is going to be the last. We do have a short day. I have to. I don't know. Can we get another?
Musical!
Good luck.
Back at school again. Back at school again.
I want to drool again. We're back in school again.
Dad!
I have a question.
Question, darling students.
Is plagiarism
Let me tell you why. Plagiarism's not a problem here in South High. I did it. It was an accident. I won't do it again. Said Joel. Never again.
Plagiarism makes me sad.
Plagiarism makes me mad.
This is the plagiarism police. I'm here to arrest you.
All right. So this game is called Prequel. Although you don't see that much in Genesis, I don't know why. But we're gonna stand in a square formation. I'll do this square and this square. And we're gonna do a scene based on a suggestion, and this scene's gonna go. And you might give a first line like, "Hey, I like your face." "Hey, I like your face." And we might end the scene with, "Hey, don't say that." And then we're gonna say, Sam's gonna say, "Pan right."
Pan
We're gonna
right.
Pan right. And this scene's gonna
Hey,
start
don't
with,
say that.
"Hey, don't say that." But then when Sam goes back to our scene, when she says, "Say pan left,"
Pan left.
I'm gonna start this scene with the last line from that scene. Say that last scene was the last line of, "Hey, mister, why did you do that?" I say, "Hey, mister, why did you do that?" And I continue the same scene that was started previously. So say if Sam was getting a little complicated and she said, "Okay, left, right, 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 left, right, 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 left," we would stay
Left, right,
because
right, right,
those
left,
all
right.
cancel. So we're good.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna get crazy.
All right, we need a first line.
Join the revolution.
I really like pie. Take it away.
I just really like pie.
I know.
You know, numbers just can't go.
I know you do, Theodore. I know you do, Theodore. But we need to lay back on the mathematics.
I've memorized 500. Do you want me to tell you?
No. This is how you get wrapped up in your addiction.
I need to finish.
Stop! I need to finish. Go on! You deserve better. You don't know what the world has to offer. You're just sitting here.
You don't know what the world has to offer, man. When I look outside, I see a sun and I see clouds if it's cloudy. And I say to myself, I'm gonna be a meteorologist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look outside, I'm like, there's a haze out today, fellas. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Listen, I looked outside the other day and I saw a dying dog and I was like, I'm gonna be a veterinarian.
Yeah, it's all about the outside, man.
Yeah, man, we're inside. We need to look outside.
just, you know, I figured that, like, between me and you, we could just, like, you know, like, keep this on the down low. You know? Like, nobody really has to know that, like, we just kind of spilled all these chemicals on the floor. You know, like, I don't think that they're, like, you know, like, I know it's a chemical plant and all, but, like, what kind of chemicals can they make in, you know? Like, there's only 3 molecules, right? Yeah.
Which chemicals did you say these were again? Because I thought we had CL and then an A over there, and then there was a MGs.
Well, yeah, one of them definitely said, like, the skull and crossbones, and the other one definitely said, if spilled, call 911 immediately. So, like, I don't know.
Alex, I don't want to alarm you or anything, but I think we might be in severe danger in this situation.
Pen right.
Brett, we might be in severe danger, and you're the only one who can help us. Please.
Oh, you said you didn't want my math skills. Who said I was crazy? Oh, and I'm the only one that can crack out China's code and you don't know. You're in prison, and now fight my brothers.
Just open it for 1 hour, that's all I'm asking, please. Think of all the people in New York City. Think of all the people that you would be safe in.
I can't do it.
You can. Look at me. I'm gonna coach you through this. What's 5 plus 5?
And left.
Electric fence! Get down! You're shooting!
Number 5.
This is the only way that we survive. Listen to me. Look at me in the eye. I believe in you. Go on, compute some numbers. This is what you do best. This is why I don't want you to be bad, because you get so weird.
Freedom!
Freedom in the outdoors.
I'm gonna lay it down for you right
Lay it
now,
down
man.
right here, all
Because I
right.
don't think you understand, man. You got it, man. You're gonna do that. I'm talking about the other guy.
Oh, you're just like,
If we want to find our freedom, we have to have liberty, man. That's what it's all about,
It's all about
man.
liberty.
It's all about heart, man.
It's about the heart and the liberty, and you know what else it's about?
Yeah.
It's about the sun, the rain, the
Now you're
clouds.
just naming things, man.
Well, you know, I can tell right now it's probably raining outside.
Pan left. Pan right. Go right.
You can tell right now from inside this cloud of chemicals floating around my head. I'm making me a little woozy, but I can tell that it's raining outside. I know it's raining outside from within this can.
Well, if it's raining, we could just like, you know, use some of the chemicals we didn't spill, blow a hole in the sky, and see if the two hydrogens and the 1 oxygen could put out the deadly chemicals. That's just what I'm thinking right here. You know, I actually did go to Harvard, my friend.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
MIT.
All right, so we're gonna use these 2 right here. This one is CLHB number 2. Yes, so just like throw it at the sky.
Pan left.
Just take all your inhibitions and just throw it at the sky.
I tried, Marcus. It's not my fault. It exploded. Don't blame their deaths on me. They're all just numbers. We're all just numbers in this past program.
I need my Brett back right now. I need my emotional rock. You're not in there. Are you even in there, Brett? Are you in there?
No.
You're not. You.
I'm more than Brett. Go
will be speaking for Emily, and Emily will be speaking for Ellie. Put that in your mind and twist it around.
Mud. That's all I wanted for my birthday. It's all I asked for. But yet, here I am. Fucking Corvette.
We can't afford to get you something fabulous every single birthday.
All I wanted was nature. A garden. Blossom. Children. And instead, I got greenhouse gas emissions.
When you said mud, quite honestly, we thought it was terminology for drugs. We've been concerned for a little while, nurse.
Mom, you know that I don't do drugs. I was just going to use the mud to grow the drugs.
It all makes sense. Eye drops, the dismantled glare, the teenage angst, my hot.
Not hot, Mom. I was going to grow mint leaves and smoke them.
Oh! Why, I could use mint leaves for my peppermint patties.
Enough with the peppermint patty!
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to find a way to connect with you, honey.
Get a Facebook, Mom.
I just recently joined Instagram. What more do you want from me? Do you want me to do it for the vine?
Welcome to the Local Access Dating Game. I'm your host, Jeffrey Aaron, and you might be wondering, oh, what does an 8th grader know about dating? I've had 7 girlfriends, Mom! So, without further ado, my 3 lovely bachelors and bachelorettes are going to go out in the audience, and they're going to ask you for, like, a little personal occupation. Might be, oh, a beekeeper. It might be, oh, something like a beekeeper or a carpenter, something like that. You know, at the same time, I'm going to come out and I'm going to find the loneliest person in the audience. So, let's go.
All right,
Occupation. Gynecologist. That's always a good one. Gynecologist. Vaginas are hilarious.
What?
Butcher.
Arsonist.
Those are toothpaste stains, Mom! Nikki, nice to meet you. I'm Jeffrey Aaron, your local access dating game host. It's so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Joe.
Yeah. Who did you have in 7th grade?
Had John S.
John S. I hate that guy. Am I right? Teachers suck. All right. So let's meet the bachelors and bachelorettes. Over here we got.
Howdy, hey, howdy, who? I'm your old Aunt Sue. Oh, I'm Zadie. I'm just local blogger, housekeeper, extraordinaire. I like to keep a clean home, but more importantly, an open heart.
Man, I have a cool aunt too. She always makes me meatloaf, and it's way better than my mom's. I hate my parents. I'm cool. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Jacques. and I'm a gynecologist, but I don't really like it because vaginas are kind of yucky.
Oh man, I know a lot about vaginas. Did I tell you I had 6 girlfriends? Mom! Introduce yourself to the lovely people.
I'm Carl, I fight fire. I swear to God, when I see one, I put it out right away. I do it.
Man, I set the world on fire because I'm him. So, Nikki,
Yeah.
my first contestant ever on this show. Did I mention this is our grand opening broadcast? Thank you. I'd just like to, do you have a general question we can ask all 3 of our contestants? They'll all answer it. The question might be something like, what would our first date be like? Or like, how many girlfriends did you have in middle school? I had 6.
Great. I'd like to go to the theater. What would be your set design for a play that you would make?
Man, I was in a play in 5th grade. Great production value.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. I'm professional housekeeper. Said it before, I'll say it again. I know how to keep a home. I can sure as darn doodly do make a set. I would have a living room set up with a nice table and 2 chairs. Probably a Pottery Barn pot, not the kids' pot. I'm so zany. And then, I don't know, maybe a painting of a naked woman. I'm edgy. I push the box. I
know all of the drugs. There's pot, weed, and marijuana. So what would your set design be for a play?
My set design would definitely be Paris, the city of romance. I mean, we meet so many girls. And it would just be so romantic. I would just love it. I mean, like, I would just see like all the vaginas because like that's my job. Like I do that.
I love them too.
Yeah, I get them. I love Paris. We could go shopping, see some nice French women, and
Well, you know, that reminds me of the time in the 6th grade when I had my 5th girlfriend. All right, so what would your set design be for a play?
Well, I'm not good at architecture, but I do know that there will be a large pink bed and handcuffs.
I know about sex and stuff. I mean, I'm a church. So, now we come to a more specific round. We've asked each of our contestants, bachelors and bachelorettes, one specific question specifically for them. It might be like, hey, Jeffrey Aaron, how many girlfriends have you had? Hey, Jeffrey Aaron, are those toothpaste stains on your chair? They're toothpaste stains. So, for our first bachelorette, our cool aunts.
Yeah, so, Miss Ant, every good housekeeper knows how to cook. What dishes would you cook for me?
Man, what would you cook for me? My aunt makes great meatloaf. Oh, thinking about it. All right.
So I would cook an edgy pasta dish. Pesto. Yes, check. Marinara. Check. My entire cabinet. Check. And then for dessert, I don't know. What are the kids doing these days? Are we still doing those hash brownies? Are we kids? Then Aunt Sue's gonna cook up. Check.
Chef, that's what I got on my report card, the Chef Plus. All right, so, now, for our second contestant, our second contestant, we gotta ask a question for this cool gynecologist here.
Yeah, craziest appointment you've ever had.
I've had some crazy encounters with vaginas. 7.
Well, Dr. Jacques has only really had one appointment. The lady, she like laid down, you know. had to like, and that was, I had to touch it, and that was probably the extremest appointment I've ever really had.
Wow, that sounds really extreme and scary. I've done it 7 times. So, now, do you have a question for our friend, the fireman?
Yeah, would you, if I were in a building that was on fire, how would you rescue me?
How would you rescue me? I know how I'd rescue someone. I'd do it fast.
Normally, I like to use water on the fire. But in your case, I would probably use industrial lubricant.
Man, I've had so many girlfriends, I should be in the industry. 7 girlfriends. All right, now it's time for the lightning round. It's a little bit more flair, right? You're going to have to ask each of our lovely contestants to do something. Maybe say something, maybe sing a song, maybe write a poem, maybe do a dance, maybe something interpretive. I don't know. It's up to you. You're the contestant. I'm your host, Jeffrey Aaron. So, what's your lightning round challenge for our first contestant, our cool Ant?
Great, cool Ant. I'd like to see a physical combat piece about cleaning up the house.
Physical combat.
With sound, I want to hear something.
With sound, gotta hear something. Man, you won't hear anything when I clean my room, because I don't clean my room,
Oh God, he's gonna make me twerk, isn't he? That's what all the fun is. Okay, I'll do it. You want it? I'll do it. I'll go Miley Cyrus. I'll do it. I'll do the cleaning. I'll do the Miley Cyrus cool on thing.
dancing in a club. So, now, your lightning round challenge question then for our second contestant, the gynecologist.
Great, gynecologist. I want to see a song about how I know you like men.
Well, liking men, I really liked the man who took off my braces. How much you like men? 'Cause, you know.
Well, I'm straight. But it just happens that I like men. Sometimes in the gynecologist office, once I had to touch a vagina. It was horrible. I went to a gay strip club, but I'm straight. I went to my house and watched a ton of gay porn, but I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight.
I gotta call my brand new cell phone. Okay, no, I don't want to cancel the plan. I know I haven't had any calls in 3 months, but I need this! Alright, so now, our final contestant, your lightning round challenge for the fireman with the lube.
I'd like a poem. A poem about fire.
Fiery poem. Well, speaking of fire, I really started the fire between me and my 6th girlfriend. 7 of them! Alright, poem. Fire poem.
I would like to move for my poem.
Okay. Yes, you can. You didn't have to ask. This is a very free-form kind of show. You're great.
I have a fire crutch. Contrary to popular belief. Put my fire out. Baby, you
What?
It's okay, I've been there too. That's the end of my poem.
Okay, so now it's time for the verdict. But first we're gonna bring out my friend Jeff, sorry, the applausometer. So with the applausometer, please come out. So, you know, I told you to do the text conversation with the text.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. I trust him.
You good? Okay, great. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so what you're gonna have to do is measure the applause for our first contestant, the cool ants. More claps than any of my girlfriend, none of them. Okay, so now the applause for our second contestant, the gynecologist. Our third contestant, the fireman. None of that mattered. Who do you choose?
Choose the sexy aunt, because that dance was